Okay, so I was going to see Riddick this weekend, and now that I've brought you the big news, I can give you my movie review, which which I've seen. But it's not Riddick. It's a movie starring Domhnal Gleeson and Bill Nighy and Rachel McAdams, which is called About Time. It wasn't my idea to see this, believe it or not. It was my dad's idea. But it was. Let's find out what the movie was like. Was it worth seeing, or should I have gone to see Riddick? Let's find out. So yeah, I wasn't like really. I didn't really think this movie would be good. I just thought it would be a generic sort of love story. If you've seen the poster, which you have now because it was in my intro, it just looks like one of those stories where it's a guy meets a girl, they fall in love, stupid things happen, and then they end up getting married or whatever, and they have a little breakup. And that's not what the movie's like. The movie is actually completely original, and believe it or not, it's a very enjoyable movie, and I really liked it. So the plot centers around the main character, who's played by Domhnal Gleeson, and he is very unsuccessful with girls. He's never had a girlfriend or anything before, and his dad reveals to him after his 21st birthday that all the men in their family have the ability to travel back in time, for the better, of course. And Domhnal Gleeson's character, he says, can this help me get a girlfriend? So he goes sort of back in time to this New Year party, and he kisses this girl, and then he gets with this other girl, and it's helping him out a bit. And then his father, who's played by Bill Nighy, he says, don't use it too much. You sort of cause the butterfly effect and make things sort of happen, and you'll cause some sort of deja vu and stuff. Just normal sort of time travel theory talk. And he meets this other girl at this it's like a little seance thing. Like it was a bit weird what happened in that, but it's the way the movie happens, and it happens, so let's talk about it. So he meets this girl there who's played by Rachel McAdams, and he thinks she's like the most beautiful girl he's ever seen. Typical love story plot. And then he never sees her again, because he travels in time to help his landlord and friend Harry to because his play sort of fails, so he travels back to help him with this. And then he sort of never sees this girl, and he's like, oh, what have I done? I'm never going to see her again. But he realizes he can use his time travel powers to sort of get back with this girl and meet her again. And she doesn't know him and everything, and he's like, what have I done? I've never met this girl, and she doesn't know who I am now, when we were getting along so well. So he doesn't know who she is and everything. So he has to sort of travel he travels in time again after this, without ruining major parts. And he sort of meets her again, and they get together, and that's how the movie sort of plays out. And then he has to, he can't travel back in time too much, because like he's had children, and if he travels back in time before his wife has had children, well, yeah, he does get married to her. I didn't mention that. But if he travels back in time before she has the children, they will be a different child, which he experienced because he did it, and the child turned into a boy, which was different, for him. But yeah, the movie is pretty original. It's not the typical sort of love story. It is a love story. It does get a bit sweet and soppy at times, and the ending is very sort of like cheesy, and there is a lot of cheesy dialogue and a lot of cheesy scenes in this movie. But with the likable cast of Domhnal Gleeson, Bill Nighy, and Rachel McAdams, the movie just really works, and I really enjoyed it. It was a really good, pleasant surprise, and I'm kind of glad I saw it instead of Riddick, because Riddick just looked like one of those CGI normal crap fests. Well, I think it looks like that now because I didn't see it. But About Time was really worth watching. I think if you're looking for a good movie to go and see, that will sort of make you one of those feel good movies that will make you feel good and make you feel like you've accomplished like happiness while watching the movie. That didn't make sense. Whatever. It just make you feel good after the movie. This is the sort of movie you should see because it is a real sort of feel good movie, and Domhnal Gleeson sort of narrating the movie as you go along, and it really works. And he is like really good in the lead role. I've only ever seen him in Harry Potter, where he plays Bill Weasley, and he was good in that. But in this, he's just so good in the lead role. I've never seen him in a lead role before, and I think, after this he should do more lead roles because he was really good, and he's a really good sort of British actor. So yeah, I think he's pretty underrated. He should be in more stuff because if he gets more recognised, he will be sort of like one among the top British actors. So well done to him. Anyway, and Bill Nighy was also great as the father. He had like some of the best sort of scenes. I'd say he is the standout character, even though you don't really need a standout character in a movie like this. But I'd say he is, even though he's not like he doesn't have the biggest sort of role. He is still like good in the movie. So yeah, the movie, just if you're looking for something like I said, just to make you feel good and something that you can sit back and enjoy without having to like get a headache from big explosions and stuff, see it. It's definitely worth watching, and it's sort of really good sort of sci-fi element to it. It's like a sci-fi romance, which isn't really common nowadays. So that's why you should see it, because it's original, it's fun. No scene in this movie will make you feel bored. You think, oh, that is very cheesy, but you'll never feel like bored whilst watching this movie, which is always a good sign. So yeah, I really enjoyed About Time. So I am going to go high with this one. I wasn't sure whether to give it a 3 or 4. I'm going to go high with it and give it a 4. And as always with 4s, they also get a complimentary thumbs up. So yeah, if you got some spare time on your hands, go and see it. Pun not intended. Yeah, it wasn't that funny. But as always, thank you for watching. And if you like what you see, subscribe, like us on Facebook. The link, as always, is on our channel. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.